Hey everyone, my name is Melody. Welcome to my channel where we talk about responsible consumerism by the way of project pans, no-buys, and tips on how you can be the most ethical consumer you can be. Today, we're going to film the second official I did not buy it. So it's payday again, which would normally mean time to shop, but now that I'm being a disciplined non-shopper because I would like to travel instead, I am going to go through all of my greatest temptations since last payday and determine what I actually would have purchased, add it all up, and transfer that amount of money into my travel account. So I'm really excited to do this, and it is a great motivator for me. And there were, I'm going to say, 2 times in the last 2 weeks that I absolutely would have impulsively purchased something and that money would have been gone already. Well, today. Anyway, so here we go. So the first item I'm going to talk about comes from Instagram, and it's a sponsored ad, and they know me. So it's these adorable loafers, and I understand these won't be everybody's style, but they just have my name written all over them. I don't even know how much they cost, so I don't even know what to do there for price. And actually, I probably wouldn't have been able to buy these, and I don't know if they're made ethically or anything like that. I don't know if they meet my standards, but I probably would have gone on a rampage to figure it out had I not been on this no-buy, because they just scream my name. There were that mint color and then a like denim blue color, and I just loved them both, and that's a type of pair of shoe that I would wear all the time in the spring. So I just love them. They are so cute. I've actually reached out to this place, Plus Size by Doa. They're based in, I think, the Middle East somewhere, and I've reached out and asked, do you ship to the US? And this was several months ago, and I never get a response, so I don't even know how to shop from them. And like, why be a sponsored post in the US if you're not going to make that super easy for us, you know? I don't think there's probably a lot of payoff there, but their clothes are so cute, and those shoes, oh my goodness. Okay, next would be probably the item that I can guarantee is in everybody's will I buy it type video this time around. I shouldn't say the item, but the brand, the launch by Samantha Ravindal, Auric is the name of the brand. Both of her products, I would have purchased one of each of them. The eyeshadow, the cream powder combo, first of all, I love that type of product. And second of all, it looks gorgeous. And I know with Samantha, she does such a good job of inclusivity and ethics in making things. I mean, that's what she talks about. So I'm sure that that has carried on to her brand. They're just gorgeous. I would probably have gone for, I can't even tell the names of these. I'm looking at Trend Mood one and the lesser of the gray. Those 2 other shades, just, I love them. They're gorgeous. And then her Glow product, it's a lot like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and I probably, since I have not pulled the trigger on that one yet, I probably would have branched out to this brand to give it a new brand some support and to check out the new brand. So those would be, both of those were very tempting for me. The next item I have that was a temptation is definitely not a new release. It is clearance. So sales, huge trigger for me. And it would have been this Marc Jacobs iconic multi-finish eyeshadow palette. I've been wanting a Marc Jacobs palette in that format for a very long time. I was going to get the stiletto variation of it because that was on sale for a really long time, and I just never got around to ordering it when it was there, and now it's gone. So that will probably never be mine, even though that color palette was right up my alley. And this one I think looks really pretty too. I kind of like that animal print for the outer casing, and yeah, I just think this looks really pretty. And on clearance from $49.50 to $34.50, I would have done it. I know I would have. So the next item that I want to talk about is Tartelette, the new Tartelette palette, the Juicy Amazonian Clay eyeshadow palette. I love those colors. I just think that is such a pretty palette, and ultimately I don't think I would have purchased it, but it would have been tempting. And the reason I wouldn't have, if it was by another brand, that would have been more tempting. But Tarte, I've talked about this before, I end up decluttering their palettes almost guaranteed. The only one that I love is the Toasted palette, so I think that would have been what would tip me over to not buying it, but I do think it looks really pretty. It is very basic, but that's okay. That's my preference in eyeshadows. Okay, so I got it in my head that I need some lace-up winter boots, like not trekking in the snow boots, but somewhere in between that and fashion boots for the winter. And I know myself well enough to know that once I get something in my head that I need it, I would be on a quest to find that product and purchase it, but it would have to be the perfect one. So it could mean that I'm spending 8 hours a day for 3 days looking for the perfect item. And so since I'm not shopping, I didn't take the time to go through and find the perfect item, but I found a representation of what I would have purchased. I just wasn't going to waste 24 hours of my life looking for the perfect one if I wasn't going to buy it. So at Target, Universal Threads, this little black boot. So I'm too old for combat boots. That's me. If you're my age and still like combat boots, that's fine. I don't think other people look too old in them. It's just not for me. At this age, I wore them in 8th grade when they were really popular the first time around, and I loved my combat boots. I wore them with everything. Yeah, I'm looking, like I wore them with, this would be a typical day in 8th or 9th grade. I think it was 8th grade. Jean shorts, oversized sweatshirt, and combat boots. Never today would I wear. The only one of those 3 pieces I would wear now is the oversized sweatshirt. But definitely wouldn't wear that combination. Okay, so these $34.99, really cute. So yeah, I like these. I do know that before I go on my Norway trip, I do want to get a pair of boots that are warm, comfy, and probably lace up. So yeah, I just started thinking about that now, but I would want probably better quality than what I would find at Target. So again, representation of what I would have purchased had I not been shopping right now. Oh, and then there's this other one on clearance for $19.99. Maybe that would have been it. Probably would have been it, because for $20, it definitely would have been worth that small investment to scratch the itch of getting it in my head that I need this type of boot. Ooh, then I went to Bohme's website. Are you familiar with them? Bohme. I follow them on Instagram. They are a super cute little boutique type shop. I think it's in Utah, and it's run by sisters, and everything that they produce, they say, is ethically made. I don't know how they do it for the prices, because the prices are actually pretty decent. But it is, and it's probably honestly a little bit of a faster sales model than I would like. But at the same time, it gives you a way to get trendy pieces that are ethically made for not breaking the bank. But some of the other brands they carry, they make no promises about how they're produced. So if you stick to the Bohme brand, then I think you're in good shape. So they had some dresses that I just thought were adorable. A longer sleeve smocked tiered midi dress in pink, although it doesn't look pink to me in this picture. It looks more peach. And then a Michaela tiered dress in sage, short sleeve, and thinking ahead to spring, both of those would have just been delightful to wear in the spring. But I have so many dresses that I don't need these. I don't. Then they had another one, short sleeve, white with leaves on it. That is so cute. I probably would have ruled this one out because it's white and I'm a slob, and it's $70. But it's so cute. But the one that made me gasp when I saw it was this like evergreen dress. I just think that would be so flattering. I love that color. It's in my top 3 of favorite colors. Love that color. I absolutely would have purchased that. No questions asked. They have quad pay or afterpay or one of those, so it would have made it beyond tempting for me to get this dress. So yeah, okay. So having to determine ultimately what I would have purchased, I think I would have gone for, I definitely know I would have gone for that green dress. So that is, now we're going to get out the calculator and add it all up, $54.50 plus, I would have done the boots for $19.99 plus, okay, I think I probably would have gone for, because my budget's only so big, I probably would have gone for the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palette at $34.50 because it's on clearance. So that fear of it's not going to be available would have been very real for me, and I would have pulled the trigger on that, whereas Auric would have been my other huge temptation, and I know that will be around for a while. Even if it sells out now, they're not limited edition, they're not on clearance, they'll be coming back. So my grand total is $108.99, which last time my total was $110, right around there. So I guess I'm pretty consistent with what I get. So there you go. Let me transfer it. So I'm going to round up to 109. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to put in my memo. Last time I put Norway. This time I'm going to put I did not buy it. IDNBI. There we go. Another successful pay period without shopping. All right, it's done. Okay, so that concludes this I did not buy it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the time you spend with me. I appreciate you, and I hope you'll come back next time. I am definitely trying to put out content on Tuesdays and Saturdays and most Mondays, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I'm slowing down from what I first did when I came back to YouTube because I just had so many things I was so excited to say, but that schedule is not sustainable for me, so I'm going to slow it down to Tuesdays and Saturdays and most Mondays. So yeah, if you have anybody that you know would like this content, please share me with them, and I'd love to see this community grow. And again, I really do appreciate the time spent with me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.